Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abai coming at you with more precepts. Just the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 13. It says, "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness." Right? So, we are looking for the new heavens. We are looking for the new earth, because this earth and this heaven that we stand in now, it's ridiculous, bro. It's anti-life. It's anti-love, right? Real love, according to what Script says. According to the Bible, love is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all through faith, right? And we are looking for a new, right? So, not literally speaking about this earth being destroyed, and not literally speaking about the heavens above being recreated, because so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, all the so-called Negro descendant, all our brethren around the world, you living in somebody's heaven right now. It's just not yours. By you living in somebody else's heaven, that means your place in their heaven is hell, because we're at the bottom of society. No matter if you in the daughter of Babylon or if you are overseas, no matter where you are, the hood is the hood is the hood. And 9 times out of 10, if it is a hood, we occupy it, right? So let's get some proper understanding about the new earth and the new heavens and the new hell, right? So let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. Let's see. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9 says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." That's whose heaven we are living in now. The Most High gave them this earth. Script says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right? You can go into the book of Genesis, I believe 27, where the Most High gave Esau the blessing of this earth and said that he would get it by the sword. Right? Said thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, meaning the best. They will have the best. We are living in somebody else's heaven, but this person's heaven that we're living in is our enemy. And according to Genesis 27, our enemy swore death on us, meaning as long as this dude's in power, his whole state of mind would be to kill his brother Jacob, which is us, right? So the end of this world, or the end of this earth, is Esau, and the beginning of the new is Jacob. Right? Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Let's see. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 4. Just to reiterate that it's not this earth that'll be destroyed. The earth gonna be here. It was designed to be here. Right? So this Ecclesiastes 1 and 4 says, "One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever." Right? So when we speak about the end of the world, we're not talking about the end of earth. We're speaking about the end of this rulership. These people who constantly oppress us, who constantly scheme and plan and plot, right? Who create mischief by law, right? We're talking about the end of the wicked rulership and the beginning of this earth being renewed in righteousness. Right? Let's go to the book of Psalms. Psalms 104 and verse 5. It says, matter of fact, I'm starting from the top and read down to 5. It says, bless Yahweh, O my soul, O Yahweh, my power, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flame and fire, who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. The earth will be here. All right. So I know a lot of people, when they hear, men of the Lord speak about the end of the world, they get confused. All right. And they really do believe that we are speaking about this earth being destroyed and all people and, living beings on this earth basically being destroyed with it. We're not speaking about that. All right. Like I said earlier, we're speaking about the end of the wicked ruling. All right. Let's go to back to the book of 2nd Ezra. Second Ezra. Let's see. Chapter 11 and verse 46. It says that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. Right? That's the new earth, a refreshed earth. I bring this point out quite often. The earth is supposed to go through a Sabbath just like we go through a Sabbath. But the earth Sabbath is supposed to happen every 7 years. But the people that are ruling this place, they won't allow it to happen. They don't like peace. Right? They don't like things to catch a break and come back refreshed. They don't like that. These people worship death. So they use everything for that purpose. Not just people, but the earth itself. So the earth is really waiting on us to get back in charge so it can catch a break. Right? And that'll only come when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai comes and takes this thing back over in righteousness. He's allowed wickedness to rule for so long, and righteousness is due. Right? Let me see. Let me go to Revelation. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 11. It says, and I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. The reason why the earth and the heaven fled away is because of the flames that came with them. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, this earth will be refreshed or renewed through fire. The first earth was refreshed through water. This time, it's going to be through them flames. Right? Matter of fact, let's go back to 2 Peter. Second Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, but the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Right? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right, so that's going to be the ushering in of the new world, the real new world, not this pseudo new world that Esau is trying to come up with now. Right, but the righteous new world that's spoken of in script. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right, and after the Most High sets flame to this place, he's gonna allow his people that did all the suffering and that faced all the oppression and all the raping and all the murdering, he's gonna allow us to get the reins back. Right? He's gonna allow us to run this place. Right? That's why when the Messiah was speaking the parable of the man that left certain tokens with individuals, and certain individuals flipped it, right? Some tenfold, some 100-fold. Right, those are going to be the individuals that are going to be running the new, right, under Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and under Malak Dawada. Right, while everybody else, hey, you just gonna be underneath those individuals. You're gonna be underneath the 12 that Yahweh Shai said will be judging the nations. Right. Let's see. Let me go to the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18 says, laid out. Basically, the course of the earth is already laid out. And as you notice, I'm going precept upon precept because it's a puzzle. It's a mystery, and you have to put the puzzle together in order to see the bigger picture. And the only way you're able to do that, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harakodash has to be dealing with you. You have to be meek enough to be taught, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will bless you with the understanding of how things are go. Right, but I digress. This is Daniel 7 and verse 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right, that's a promise from the Father. That's also the blessing of the men of the Lord that are doing the work today. All right, let me go to the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 21 from the top. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. All right, now who is this new earth and this new heaven for? Like I read already in the book of 2nd Ezra, it's for Jacob. Right, but to further prove that point, this is Revelation 21 and 12, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Right, the new heaven is strictly for Yasharallah. The new earth is for Yasharallah. The earth itself was made for Yasharallah, but we fell off, and through our fall, the surrounding nations were able to rise. It's in our contract with the Father. Right? When we fall off, we become the tail, and the surrounding nations become the head. They lend to us, we don't lend to them. But when we on point, we become the head and they become the tail. We lend to them, they don't lend to us. Right? But like I said, or like script says, that's only going to come when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes back and set things back in order. We've tried it. We've tried all that we know to try in this place carnally to try to achieve some form of greatness. But the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They won't allow it. All right, so it's going to take divine intervention for this to happen. And we're reading the course of that divine intervention. Right? Now, these nations are going to be a part of the new hell, right? Because as I stated earlier, right now we in somebody's heaven. And by us being in somebody's heaven, that means we're operating in our hell because we're not in charge. We don't have anything in this place. We have no say so, right? So that means that when Yahweh Shem Yahushua sets things back in order, somebody else gonna have to occupy hell, right? Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, and verse 7. It says, "And Yahweh, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Right? The curses in the scripts is literally describing hell for Israel. It's a state of being, man. Right? And you can go into Isaiah chapter 5 from 13 to 14 and rightly get, details about what is hell. But one of the main things is going into captivity. You don't own anything. You have no say so. You in somebody else's land, and they making all the rules and regulations for you. And it's not for you to be on the same level as them. All right? Revelation 13:10. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed by the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." All right? Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 2. And verse 26. And I'm going to end it here. It says, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father." All right? So this has been Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah, proper understanding of new heavens, new earth, and the new hell. But first and foremost, this place here has to go. The daughter of Babylon must leave in order for us to achieve this. In order for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to set things back in order, this place it has to go. Right? So our mindset should be, matter of fact, let's go back to 2 Peter. Second Peter chapter 3. And verse 11 says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." What manner of persons ought we to be? Let's go to Romans. I thought I was going to end it there, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah, end it here. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." Right? If you are operating in that mindset, and you're also hastening the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said he was shorten the days for the elect's sake. All right? And we will enjoy the new heavens and the new earth. And we'll enjoy putting these surrounding nations in their new hell. All right, so with that, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloim Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakakodash Shalom Yashala.